Friends, in this series on the journey towards financial freedom, this is the second video. I'm going to talk to you about the growth phase. In the first video, I had spoken about how you should start early and set yourself on a course using the 5-finger strategy. Here, I'm going to talk about growth phase. Once you get your basics right in the early phase, then you're set. Imagine it's a long distance race. You start correctly, position yourself in the race, stay in the front with the right pack, and then you keep running, right? Then for a long period of time, you just set the pace and keep your energies going. You keep flowing. You ensure that you don't lose your momentum. You maintain the momentum. You take a few opportunities as you go along. You overtake, you keep distance, you set yourself towards the journey. So the journey keeps going. It's a long phase in the race, and you know that you are in it to win. And what do you do during this phase? First, you got your basics right, so you don't need to change those basics. So you got your insurance right, you got your health insurance right, you got your contingency right, you are investing in equity as a growth asset class. You know debt is also important. Once you get these 5 basics right, your 5 fingers are in place, and now you need to do more. What more can you do? Everybody wonders, what can I do better? First, you can create better savings. So most of us don't know what is the right savings. How much should I save in relation to my income? Am I living well, or am I living in a way which is above my income levels? Most of us don't evaluate these things. Next, what am I saving towards? We don't know, because you think, okay, someday maybe I'll buy a house, someday I'll get married, or someday I'll have children, or someday I'll take my parents on a vacation, or someday I'll go and see the world, someday I'll buy a SUV. Each one has their own expectations of what they want to do. But how do these expectations fit in? How do they fit it into their race, into their life, into what they are moving towards? That is very, very important. I think that the financial planning is what will make you understand your journey better. It will help you set the pace very well, and since it's a long distance, it will also keep your speed on track, so that towards the later part of the race, when you need to really go towards the finish, you're very well positioned and you don't have any surprises, and your fitness is perfect. So these things cannot be approached simplistically like you did in the early stage. So once you come to that middle phase, once you come to that phase where your earnings have started growing, you covered your basics, but now you are going to take the journey towards identifying your goals, ensuring that you are progressing towards them, measuring how you are progressing towards those goals, making corrective actions wherever there is slack, and sometimes even staying ahead of the game. So going ahead of your goals. So all these things can happen only if you do a financial plan. Typically, I think that once somebody has crossed a threshold level of 50 lakhs of net worth, at that point he should be having a financial plan. If you cross 50 lakhs and you don't have a financial plan, it means you are losing valuable time. Instead, if you had that plan, then you move beyond these basics and start positioning your savings towards your greater goals. And as you run this race, as you progress in time, the greater goals grow, the list of goals extend, you add goals, you make some goals bigger, and you keep fulfilling the goals and moving on to bigger goals. So this is a very long duration. From 50 lakhs to, let's say, $500,000 US, which is say 3.5 crores, is a very long phase, and I call this the middle phase. Most people miss out on this middle phase completely and then spend a lot of time correcting what they missed out in their late 30s and early 40s. In my opinion, somebody should actually reach there by 40. And how can you do that? By giving yourself enough time in this middle phase to identify what you want, to set how you are going to reach there, and then move beyond those goals. It's important that you follow a mindset of milestoning, right? You know, I'm going to get this done and then I'm going to the next one. And if you do that, then the journey from 50 crores to 3.5 crores is going to be a comfortable one, which doesn't make us fearful, worrisome, or depressed. So you can do it in a positive frame of mind, enjoying your accomplishments, growing your accomplishments, and being ambitious to do more. Importantly, there is a pace setting that is very critical, and that pace setting is something which you can do better with financial planning. Many people think, oh, that's all not required. I am very ingenious. I can find my own answers. And they do a lot of things which eventually look rash in hindsight. It's important to make this journey, make this transition, and ensure that this entire journey happens smoothly, right? So the smoothness quotient is something that is delivered by the financial plan, and the financial plan does the following things. It makes you aware of what you want, when you want it, how you want it, and how you're going to fulfill your wants. So it tells you what you need to do, how you need to do it, and how it will turn out to be. Sometimes the best of financial planning may actually do two things. One, you can get there ahead. The other, you may be a little behind. If you get there ahead, you still are well positioned to ensure that you don't slip from where you are and you build on your success. If you are behind, you do a little bit more so that you catch up. All this is possible if you handle this middle phase fully supported by sensible and diligent financial planning. So if you do that, then you move from the base level, which is something like 50 lakhs, to 3.5 crores, which will set you up for the last sprint towards financial freedom. So that's essentially what the middle years should do. Let me say a few things which you will fulfill in these middle years. You will buy a house, you will buy an automobile, you will travel, you will have children, they will go to school, you will take care of your parents with more financial outlay, you will start preparing to retire, you will start creating a wealth corpus, and you will ensure that the basics which you did early in life continue through this journey. So you layer. First you had the basics, which is the 5 fingers. In the middle year you have your milestones which start coming in, and you start keeping pace with a lot more in life than you originally thought you needed to, and you do it comfortably. The success secret, financial planning. So get yourself financial planning so that you are able to cruise smoothly in this journey towards financial freedom. If you do that, freedom is yours on your terms earlier than you wanted it. Thank you for watching this video.